Good morning.
Good morning and welcome to Media Pulse, the show where we help you make sense of Thai politics.
The next general elections may be months away.
Yes.
But all the political parties have already started to gear up for the big political exercise. As we all know that Prime Minister Anutin Charnvirakul has promised to dissolve the House by the end of January next year,
Yeah.
paving the way for a snap election most likely before the end of March. And once again, the upcoming elections will put the spotlight on the role of the so-called Baan Yai.
Yeah, in this program, we have devoted a lot of time talking about the Baan Yais because whether you like it or not, we consider it to be a crucial player in Thai politics, and especially so in the next general elections.
So what are we talking about? We're talking about political clans or families of prominent local politicians who have proven to be instrumental in determining the election outcomes, both at the local and national levels, especially in rural constituencies.
And each of these families have its own sphere of influence in constituencies in various provinces and regions, including some constituencies in Bangkok. So whether you like it or not, their role is considered to be an integral part of the patronage system in Thai politics. And beyond political power and business clout, these families are known for conspicuous largesse towards constituents, translating generous spending into durable voter loyalty.
And mind you, when we talk about Baan Yai, forget about the issues of political stances or ideologies, because these things are secondary to political expediency and the pursuit of political spoils. No, when Baan Yai is such an essential element in elections, it's no wonder why Prime Minister Anutin Charnvirakul himself found it necessary to take time off from his very busy schedule last Sunday to fly out to Trang in the south, right? To personally court one of the most influential Baan Yais or political families in the region.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about one family who were on hand to welcome Anutin and his entourage. There were members of the Law Sthapon Pipit and dozens of their supporters. And the fact that Anutin had to be there in person only confirms how much he and his Bhumjaithai party values the family. So accompanying Anutin on the mission was Deputy Prime Minister and Communication Minister Pat Ratgitprakarn, who is entrusted with leading the party's charge into the south in the next election.
A little bit of background. The Law Sthapon Pipit family was formerly allied with the Democrat Party, which considers the south one of its strongholds. Anutin is apparently confident that with the Law Sthapon Pipit family under his party's banner, there's a much better chance that its dreams of establishing a firmer foothold in the region will come true.
Yeah, of course, Trang is not the only province in the south where Bhumjaithai hopes to win big in the next elections. Anutin and his team are also eyeing political clans in other provinces in the region too, which they believe can help fulfill the party's dream of becoming the biggest winner in the upcoming elections. Anutin walked away from his Trang visit with a commitment with 4 members and associates of the Law Sthapon Pipit family who said they will run in elections as Bhumjaithai's candidates.
As things stand today, the South, which has 59 MPs out of the total 400 constituency MPs, the region promises to be one of the hotly contested region in the upcoming elections. The Democrat Party under the previous leadership lost much of its appeal in the region, which it had politically dominated for decades. And political observers believe that even with Abhisit Vejjajiva, former prime minister, back at the helm of the party, it's unlikely to be able to reverse the fortunes of the party in the region in the near future. Long term maybe, but in the near future, don't expect Abhisit to do magic.
Yeah, well, they predict that the region will be a major battlefield between Bhumjaithai and Clare parties. The Clare party is a mid-sized party whose de facto leader is Thapmanat Phomphao, who served as Deputy Prime Minister in the Anutin government currently.
Thapmanat is a very controversial political veteran
Yeah.
whose conviction in a drug case in Australia back in 1994 has consistently come back to haunt him and has been making a lot of headlines in recent days.
Yes.
Clare Thapmanat's party, he's not the leader, but he's the de facto leader of the party. The party is also being seen as a new political magnet that has been attracting a number of current MPs from other parties. And these people are most likely to be aligned with the party to become its potential candidates in the next elections.
Yeah, and now back on Bhumjaithai party, which has been going all out to make sure that it will have an upper hand in the elections. Sources in the party have expressed confidence that the party should be able to win as many as 120 MP seats to be in a position to lead the post-election coalition. Now, the latest poll by the National Institute of Development Administration, or NIDA, has also come as a piece of good news for the party. Now, it shows that the people in the northeastern region favor Anutin over other party leaders as the next prime minister. So, political observers point to the current co-payment scheme, which was introduced by Anutin government as one factor contributing to the Bhumjaithai leaders' overnight popularity.
The Northeast, which has the largest number of MP seats, will see a tough race between Bhumjaithai and Pheu Thai parties. The region, in fact, has traditionally been a stronghold of Pheu Thai party, the core of the previous Paetongtarn government. But of course, Bhumjaithai is not the only party that is trying to court Baan Yai, or the local political clans. All other major parties with the potential of doing well in the elections are also doing the same.
Its potentially closest rival, the Pheu Thai party, has also been wooing many political clans. As we are talking, the party is in the process of finalizing a deal with one of the most influential families in the industrial province of Samut Prakan. We're talking about the Asawahem clan. Members and associates of the family have been affiliated with Palang Pracharat Party since it was set up to serve as a political vehicle of former Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha. And the family has extensive business networks and political connections at both local and national levels. The head of the family, Watana Asawahem, a former Deputy Interior Minister, has been in exile since 2008 to avoid a corruption conviction.
Even though there are still several months away before the elections, but it looks like the countdown has already begun. So from this point on, you can expect to see a flurry of moves by parties to win over Baan Yai in the lead up to the polls.
Yeah, exactly. There are political observers who are saying that the upcoming general elections will be a cutthroat competition among the top tier parties. And one of them is the People's Party, which has a strong appeal among younger voters and is expected to dominate the next elections. Now, political observers believe that with such popular support, the People's Party is probably the only political party that doesn't require the service of the Baan Yais.
No, but for the rest of the so-called old school political parties, their safest bet is to return to their proven formula for success. That is to lean on the services of the Baan Yai.
Yeah, so the big houses are still here to stay and the elections coming up. Now let's talk about the former Prime Minister Abhisit Wejchajiwa. For him, coming back to lead the Democrat Party entails many political challenges, but that's not it. Because he has a question that has been haunting him no matter how much time has passed. And we're referring to the handling of the red shirt protest back in 2010 when he was the head of the government.
And early in the past week, he was invited to speak at Chulalongkorn University. And as he walked onto the campus, he was confronted by a group of students who accused him of ordering the killing of red shirt protesters 15 years ago. And these students also had a big banner saying that the one who ordered the killing is here.
Yeah, that was a big banner. So Mr. Abhisit handled it very calmly, though. He sat down to talk to the students for over 20 minutes. There was a video that was released by Bhumjaithai news agency, and we're gonna do a brief summary of it for you. So the former PM not only retraced the incident from 2010 for the students, but he explained that it was probably the only protest crackdown that has been investigated by the courts and the National Anti-Corruption Commission.
Abhisit insisted that his order back then was to maintain public order and not to hurt people. The case did go through 3 courts, and in the end, the court acquitted him. Interestingly, Abhisit seemed to be able to remember all the details of the incident very clearly.
Yeah, he explained it very clearly. And the students then questioned whether or not he should take responsibility because almost 100 people died. And then Abhisit explained again that this case went through investigations and he was acquitted. So the question as to who was responsible is up to the police to investigate. But you know what? The discussion come argument sort of went on in a loop for a while.
And Abhisit left the conversation with the students with a very poignant questions.
Yeah.
He asked, are you also demanding justice from the government that caused the deaths of the yellow shirts? Do you think the deaths of those people also matter? If so, you should be making the same demands on those who ran the government back then too.
Yeah, and it's only been 3 weeks since Abhisit made a comeback as the leader of the Democrat Party. And this was the only first case where he had to deal with the question from 2010. So I guess with the upcoming election season, it's not difficult to imagine that this question will return as he embarks on the campaign trail. And speaking of Baan Yai just now, there are new developments in the Democrat Party as well because Thepchai has left with his friends.
Thepchai is supposed to be the owner of another Baan Yai.
Yeah. And he left with 12 friends, and more are expected to join him in the Clare party with the Tamanat's camp.
So one of the first things that people in the Democrat Party expect Abhisit to do is to try to stop the bleeding, the continuing defections of party members.
Yeah, but we had friends of Abhisit who rejoined the party as well. So, so that's the latest development. But
all right, so today we close with how Prime Minister Anutin Charnvirakul has addressed what is probably the biggest question in the mind of political observers these days.
Yes, and that is, will he dissolve the House if his government faces the possibility of a no confidence motion?
Now, Anutin did give an answer when confronted with the questions early this week. But his answer was not in Thai.
Yeah.
And certainly was open to a lot of interpretation.
Yes.
I play it by ear, said the Prime Minister in English.
Yeah, I like that phrase though. So as we all know, Anutin is pledged to dissolve the House by the end of January next year, and which will pave the way for a snap election that is likely to take place in the last week of March. Now, it was a pledge he made in a political pact with the People's Party in exchange for its support for him to become Prime Minister.
But the People's Party, now the largest opposition party in the House, is increasingly dissatisfied with the Anutin government's performance, especially what is being seen as its lackluster handling of the cross-border scams. And the second biggest opposition party, Pheu Thai Party, is also said to be gunning for a no-confidence debate against the Anutin government.
Yeah, there's been speculation that Anutin might choose to preempt a no-confidence motion by dissolving the House ahead of the promised date. So under the Constitution, once a no-confidence motion is formally lodged, the House cannot be dissolved.
So when asked whether he would resort to such a preemptive move, his answer was, I played by ear. And then he was once again asked whether if a no-confidence motion is aimed only at certain cabinet members, not himself, and at the whole government, would he still consider dissolving the House?
Yeah.
And he gave the same answer. I play it by ear.
There was one persistent reporter who asked him this question, that if he is confident that his government is doing the right thing, why would he be afraid of facing a no confidence motion? And again, his answer was, I play it by ear.
No, even though Anutin did not elaborate what he means by playing it by ear, political observers have been quick to conclude that Anutin now sees a House dissolution as his trump card in dealing with the opposition. That means that once he senses that the opposition is going to move with no confidence motion, he would respond by dissolving the House to escape from being grilled by the opposition in a no confidence debate.
Yeah.
And if we go by the definition of the Oxford Dictionary,
Yeah.
Anutin's playing it by ear expression only means that he's going to respond to the anticipated no confidence move instinctively according to circumstances rather than according to a plan. So that means that he doesn't have a plan in mind, but would react to what happens on the part of the opposition parties.
Okay, so there we go. I think that small phrase, I play it by ear, carries a lot of meaning in terms of Thai politics in the coming months. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. That's it for this week. Do come back next week to join us in Media Pulse. Thank you for watching.
Thank
Bye.
you.